You tell that intern that I take my Gatorade in a glass. Well, guys, there's a character we like to look at on this show. He sounds like this.
Hi.
And this guy goes by the name of Jordy J. Tweeterman. What is it?
Jordan blasted Canada's commissars and...
Blasted? What the hell?
That's in the Bible!
To Prime Minister Justin Trudeau Tuesday after a leading association of his fellow psychologists threatened to go after his license to practice clinical psychology over social media criticisms of the nation's far-left government.
Wow.
The College of Psychologists of Ontario ordered the best-selling author and Daily Wire Plus host to undergo social media communications retraining. A re-education plan.
Oh, great. So Jordy Peterson comes up in my Twitter timeline all the time. And it is absolute mayhem. What he's really been up to the past week is the part of Canada that he lives in is threatening to take away his license as a psychologist. And the reason they're doing that is because he is constantly acting insane online. So these are the complaints against Jordy. They're like, hey, look what this guy's doing online. Here are some of the complaints. The first allegation is that he, Jordan Peterson, he sounds like this.
Hi. Daddy can do no wrong.
The first allegation is that he, a licensed psychologist, made a joke about suicide directed at someone on Twitter. He does this a lot too, which I find interesting as somebody as famous as he is he just replies to like anybody. So some random guy goes, based on the record of human behavior, we are already overpopulating the small world. Any arguments I have heard for supporting such a large human population, blah, 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 blah. And Jordy goes, you're free to leave at any point. Yeah, so it's probably bad for a psychologist who has a license telling people to kill themselves on Twitter. You know what I mean? He's doing this. He's doing a little bit of this. And frankly, I'm concerned that he's doing a little of this. Like...
C.K. Louis.
Okay, so anyway, on and on, so on, etc., right? There's all these complaints to this board of psychologists about Jordy. The board says, hey, Jordy, you got to do social media classes. You keep your license. You have to take a social media class, though. And he's like, I'm going to squeeze as much attention and martyrdom out of this I possibly can. So he doesn't need a license. He's just juicing this for as much attention as he could possibly get. And this is where it gets funny. This is where it gets kind of funny, is that he uploaded this mega document on Twitter, a Google Drive document. And if you click on it, it says... no preview available. File is in owner's trash.
Weird.
File is in owner's
toilet.
But what it looks like had happened is that, according to some people who saw this document before he deleted it, is that he doxed a bunch of people in this. A bunch of the people who were doing these, who were part of these complaints, had their like phone numbers and address and all this crap. And that's pretty funny because one of the things you're supposed to do to keep your license as a therapist is keep information private. That's a big thing. That's sort of a big thing when you're a therapist. It's also kind of bad to have Jordy's fans, let's just say, if you know what I mean, having your phone number and your address, you know. And Jordy's like, they're really hurting my feelings, guys. They're really hurting my feelings, legion of fans who have an unhealthy attachment to me. But that is so funny if you think about it, because if Jordy were doing this on purpose, he would be like a total genius, a total Andy Kaufman genius. Because this board is like, hey, you need help with learning how to do social media. And he's like, no, I don't. Now let me upload a bunch of personal information.
Now let me upload a bunch of people's personal information in a dangerous way.
In a way that puts them directly in harm's way. It's classic Jordy. This is from an account called Canada Land. Last night, Jordy B. Tweeterson posted to his 3.6 million followers a document containing the full names and detailed personal information of people who filed complaints against him to the Ontario College of Psychologists. Okay, so of course, Jordy Peterson, as we've established, a kook. Confirmed kook, okay? We get it. But this gave me a little chuckle. Ugh. But this gave me a little cackle when I read this. So this lady, this reporter who's been publishing this on Twitter, going through all the complaints against Jordy, she sees that he deleted his original document, and she goes, Jordan Peterson appears to have now deleted the document I summarized below, which detailed the specifics of the complaints, blah, 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 blah. I wonder why. And here's Jordy's response. And why do you care exactly? What do you care?
What do you care, bozo?
Yeah, no, Jordy, we're just asking, dude. We're just asking you if in the process of trying to defend yourself that you don't need to take a social media class to keep your license, in the process of saying you don't need to take that class, you doxed a bunch of people's personal information. Could you clear that up? Is that what happened? What do you care? What do you care?
More jokes? Got more jokes about it?
Well, I got a joke for you. It's my middle finger. I'm pointing it at the screen right now, and it's on behalf of me toward you.
I mean, you gotta love poor old Jordy. He still has these millions of fans from doing this. They follow him. They get hang on his every word. Joe Rogan gets all
excited when
he sees Jordan Peterson, and the poor guy he just can't. The other thing, this is amazing. He's been doing this a lot, and this is also cackle worthy. Makes us go like this. Looks like about 50,000 more people in approximately 3 days would rather the Ontario College of Psychologists commissars resign instead of approving of them disciplining me. How does this stack up against a dozen complaints? Basically, what he's saying is I have a large social media following. I should be able to do whatever I want because I have a large social media following, which I agree with that, I definitely agree with this, and I'm going to try this the next time I get pulled over.
The next time I get pulled over for driving like an absolute dink.
I'm getting in all these accidents all the time, backing over kids and all this stuff. And finally I'm doing something wrong and I get pulled over and they're like, hey, you have too many points on your license. We got to suspend your license until you take some class or some crap. And then I go, I don't know if you're aware, but I have almost 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I'll be going now. And then I get this. And then this. So I love when people push back on Jordy and his nonsense, his bullshit online. So he's been saying this over and over again.
I have lots of fans, so I'm above the law.
And somebody replies to him, public opinion has nothing to do with the standards of a regulatory body, nor the disciplinary methods they use. And then I like this little part at the end. You okay, man? You okay, man? And here's Jordy's reply.
We'll see about that.
And what exactly is the point you're making? Do you think he really doesn't get what this guy's saying? That just because you have a lot of social media followers, that you're above regulatory rules of some industry?
I'm Jordy and I can do this if I want. And this.
Here's the story. That's it.
Huh?
They're saying Jordan Peterson has to submit to re-education because he's offended people on social media or they'll take his medical license.
What?
Time, and Ned Flanders controls everything. And then you have to get re-educated in Flanders. But the reason I bring this one up is that Flanders...
He's talking about Ned Flanders from The Simpsons for some reason. Here we go.
...is this hokey nice guy, good neighbor.
Yeah.
But then in this Treehouse of Horrors episode, he's an authoritarian. So what happens is you have Canada putting on this air of, we're the nice, oh, sorry about that. We're going to do a good and make sure nobody's getting harmed, eh? Better submit to re-education before you lose your medical license and have your life destroyed.
Okay. They were always passive aggressive. Niceness was always fake. I was always calling it out with the Canadians.
You're banned from Canada, aren't you?
I was.
This is a pretty great point. Yeah, Canada's actually mean. That's what's going on. They're actually mean. They're mean because they're being mean to a guy our audience likes. Come on, audience.
But Jordan Peterson is not the most masculine dude. I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, he cries a lot. You know what I mean? He breaks down and gets made fun of for crying all the time.
Yeah.
And he suffers himself. But you have this guy who comes out and he's just like, do it. Clean your room. And then people are like, yeah.
Yeah. And then he writes 600 pages on it.
That's a amazing point. He cries a lot, but he gets in there. He says, do it. So the Jordy fans are having a real normal one on this bullshit right here. But guys, come on, guys. Let's make our way downtown and walk fast to the next Jordy tweet, which this one is just as good as this one's amazing. Okay, so this is what Jordy Peterson's timeline is like, just absolute mayhem and madness. The inevitable consequence of this will be mass homeschooling, obviously. And he's retweeting a Libs of TikTok where she says, "Scoop! NYC middle school, a New York City middle school principal confirms in an email that the school offers the pornographic book, This Book is Gay, and they have no plans of removing it. The book teaches kids about gay sex and encourages the use of sex apps. This is what they're giving 12-year-olds to read. I'm assuming this is in a library. All right, so we're already in Crazy Town enough. I scroll down, and who do we see? That's right, Dave Rubin. So this is David Rubin. Though it will be far less needed here, we are thinking of starting a homeschooling network in Florida.
He's like, yeah, Jordo, I agree, man.
Yeah, I agree, Jordo. We can't have our kids being exposed to these gay ideas. So you know what I'm going to do? Me, a guy in a same-sex relationship, I'm going to homeschool them. Okay, and he does this all day, tweeting this kind of stuff all day. Here's him doing his at Planned Parenthood. Oh, this is going to be a good one. In what universe is this action by Planned Parenthood not utterly monstrous? A cold can't be assessed remotely in 30 minutes. I'm saying it bluntly. Oh, wow. The brave Jordy popping off on Twitter like he's probably going to dox somebody. Here we go. I'm saying it bluntly.
This is as bad as the Tuskegee experiment.
Oh, wow.
This is as bad as Auschwitz medical barbarism. I'm on Twitter, writing whatever comes to mind. Whee!
And of course, he's just talking about transgender surgery, but he's retweeting like God knows what article. And there's just a weird part in this article where it says, in this little bit that he posts, people who are seeking some kind of transgender surgery, they can do a remote 30-minute telehealth session starting at $59 a month. Okay, so it's just like whatever. This is how odd Jordan Peterson fans are. So there's something in this weird article that he's retweeting about $59 a month. You could get a telehealth visit for $59 a month. And this guy writes, I'll tell you what, give me $59 a month and I'll put it to good use in an index fund. Okay, has literally nothing to do with what he was. When I read that, I got the impression that this guy might have just found out about what an index fund is. And he's like, wait, I can't wait to put this in a tweet. I love Jordy fans. They're all like that. You know, they're all doing this. They're all holding hands and doing this. And then that. And then this.
You think that's funny?
This is another one of my favorites. From this poor guy who's clearly completely lost his mind. You know, he's goose-stepping around. He's doing his, gotta
do my daily bigotry post.
This one's amazing. Like the goofiest, let me find the goofiest way to do, like, a hate content. Let me get to my hate, but the most roundabout, stupid way possible. Quote, rainbow-themed merchandise, unquote, already. Purchased by police as part of the LGBT, etc., ad absurdum, ad nauseum, lobbies, happiness, quote, or else, unquote, policy. And he's quote tweeting some weird thing about how in England and Wales they spent $66,000 on rainbow-themed merchandise.
Oh, wow. Oh, God, I'm so pissed off.
I'm worked up into a real frenzy about that. So the police in a country that I don't even live in, of all the things I could give the police a hard time about, they bought some rainbow crap.
Ooh, I'm pissed off, right, guys? Are you pissed off too? Good, you should be.
How could I be a hateful little goose stepper, but in the most stupid, roundabout, dumb, annoying way possible?
Oh, the police got some rainbow notebooks. Twitter, gotta fire up Twitter on this one.
Oh, this is amazing. Jordan Peterson is a Just Pearly Things fan. My girl Pearl. She goes like this. She does one of these. Jordan Peterson, he's bussing and no cap. Jordan Peterson's like, no cap, no shot. I'm gonna go watch Pearly Things. The last video I uploaded was about Just Pearly Things.
It's why dating is ruined in 2022.
But it was hard making fun of that video because it's just like, oh, I'm making fun of children. I'm making fun of a child, basically. But yeah, or you could retweet that. That's good. 1 million. Oh, congratulations, Pearl. This is what I gotta do. Is that what I gotta do to get 1 mil?
Well, there we go, guys. A little dip into the absolute madness.
Definitely this one got me feeling a little sorry for old Jordy. Hope you guys are having a good week. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to go there, girlfriend, on what day it is because...
Frankly, I just want it to go away.
But we push through, we persevere, and we do what we want. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book-a-Blega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
And the weekly behind-the-scenes show. All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
you could become a producer.
That's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people. It make the show possible, okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, just wet, disgusting dumpster, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's okay. No, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope. It's done. It's too late. Okay. Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Here's the dump truck come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.